Hi folks, it's March 18th, 2018, and today Marcine and I are going to plant potatoes. Now, for a lot of folks, traditionally you plant potatoes on St. Patty's Day, which was yesterday, but we had other things to do. I had to go to work, and Marcine had to get involved preparing for the Easter egg hunt at church. Now, we're planting Irish potatoes. Some people call them Irish. They're actually from South America, but the Irish like them. We got two kinds. These are red Pontiacs. As you can see, we cut them up, and they're ready to grow. Now, the key is when you cut them like this, you got to let them set for a few days. I spread them out in a bigger pail so the air can get to them, because when you cut here, it makes a wound. And if you plant them right after you cut them, they will rot. You'll lose a bunch. But if you let them scab over, see, this is dried, kind of like a scab when you cut yourself. That prevents disease and stuff. Now, last year, Marcine was going, why are we planting potato salad in the garden? Because she ain't never seen this before. But she's a believer now.
That's right.
And you
almost
plant them
40 quarts later.
Plant them about that deep.
Yeah.
This side up, not like that. This side up.
Sky.
Eyes to the sky. That's right. Marcy's very well educated on this.
Now, what are these over here?
These are Kennebecs. They're white potatoes, kind of similar to a russet, but without the thick hide. And they get large, and they're around here. These are preferred. Some people plant the russets and the Irish cobbler, but we like the Kennebecs. I've had the best results with these.
Okay.
Now, the key is, you don't want to lime potatoes. Potatoes like a low pH, acid soil. If you lime them, they get potato scab on them, which is pretty much self-descriptive. They get like scabs on them, and they don't peel well. And Marcine and I like to eat the peels because that's where nutrients are. So you get nice, clean fruit when you have a low pH.
Tell them the plan for this year.
All right, here's the plan. We're going to plant one row of potatoes here. You can see how I got it lined out using the tractor. This is a bed. We're going to plant right here, one row here. There are 5 rows. It's theory.
Knocking stuff over.
And then we're going to plant one row here.
Okay.
Now these potatoes will be out of here in June.
How long do you say these rows were?
120 feet.
Okay.
And the remaining 3 rows in the middle, that's where our sweet potatoes are going. Now, sweet potatoes like to spread out. They're tropical, and they make a vine. So if we plant here, and these are out by June, sweet potatoes are warm season. They go in the middle of May or a little beyond that. So these will be about a month, maybe 6 weeks from being done. By that time, we'll have the Irish potatoes out, and the sweet potatoes have plenty of room to grow. Unless the deer eat them, because the deer really like sweet potato
Well, we'll try your fishing line trick
But
again.
we'll do the fishing line fence, and we have that in another video. But we'll do another one when we put that up. But deer don't bother the Irish potatoes. So, that's what we're going to do. And we'll start on that, and then we'll come back and let you see a little bit about what goes on.
Okay.
Okay? Well, we got them all in the ground. And let's see, we planted 10 pounds of the reds and 10 pounds of the whites. Last year we planted the same, and that yielded over 300 pounds of potatoes. Now we had to double and triple them up a little bit because we had more than we needed to complete the row. They're about 120-foot rows, and that's all we want.
Yeah.
But they'll go ahead and produce pretty heavily. We planted a little less than that in terms of length of row last year. They're all in the ground, as you can see. Marcine, do you want to go closer?
Boosters.
Tired. She's been bending over a lot planting these. So you can see this is where we tripled them.
The sun's so bright, I can't tell if I'm getting a good picture, but yeah, these are the reds. We tripled them up.
And now all that's left to do is for me to come by and cover them up. I'll just cover them up like this, See, it's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But and it's Sunday, so Tuesday and Wednesday they're expecting rain mixed with snow for a couple days. So that'll water them in fine. They'll be fine out here. The soil's, Marcine was commenting on how the soil felt warm. And I said, that's good. We'll get off to a good start. But they'll sit here and they'll pop up and they'll say, oh, they're coming up.
Then we'll get excited.
And you got to watch for bugs because they get potato beetles. And if you keep them off them, you'll have a good yield. Like I said, last year we planted 20 pounds of seed potatoes and got over 300 pounds. There's a lot of people eating potatoes out of this garden last year. But we like potato salad. Marcy canned a bunch of them, which we've been eating all winter.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd use them all, but we have.
We still got a few jars left, but they're good. And she dried some of them too. She dehydrated them.
We use those for scalloped potatoes and stuff.
Au gratin and whatnot. They're good. So, like I say, come July, these will be out of here. By July, they come out in June, and then that'll give room for the sweet potatoes to grow. Now, after I'm done with this, probably maybe I'll start on it Thursday or whatnot. I'll put a little of that straw over there in the bales. Those round bales. Our dear friend Mr. Boldridge gave us those. And that's straw. And I'll put that over top. That'll help with conserve moisture. It'll help with weed control. But the big advantage is you just till it right in. Over a period of time, years and all, you really add to your soil by adding any kind of organic material, pretty much. Because organic material loosens the clay soils. It binds together the sandy soils, and it also adds a little nutrients, and helps the soil be a living place for all kinds of fungus and good things that help the soil do what soil needs to do, and that's grow things.
That's right.
So that's about it for this, but we'll be back in June when it's time to dig these suckers. And Marcy likes that part because she says
treasures.
It's like little buried treasure. You dig them up and there's a whole wad of potatoes there, and she gets all excited until I hit one with a potato fork and cut it. But I try not to do that. Anyway, well, thank you all for being with us today, and God bless.
Foosters, come and say hello to everybody. The Foosters have been helping. Come here, Bruce. Come here, buddy. Bruce is a little dirty because he's been in the creek, he's been in the dirt, he's been everywhere. Say hello. Oh, hold still for 5 minutes. Handsome boy. That's my handsome boy. Dolly Mae, come here. There's pretty girl Dolly. They like it when we're outside working in the yard. And there's Sammy, finishing up. We hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a beautiful day here in Virginia. God bless.